And back with another hot one for you. I am the Dusty Dynamo, the T.O. who's known to tiptoe around you hoes like I got turf toe. Returning for season 2, I am Diet Drewski, excuse me. This is one of Josh's many of new nicknames for me. Over there looking like a AAA basement who never made it out. And with me as always.
Christ. It's your favorite light-skinned nigga, Drake, a.k.a. Was it Henny Hendricks? Yes, love it. And of course, we got the South Bay savant, the man, the myth, the legend, the AAA dropout, Josh Belair.
All right, quick hitters as always. Outdoor or indoor concerts?
I haven't been to too many indoor concerts, to be honest with you. Yeah, because we go to the amphitheater for most things. Like
you never been to like the State Arena?
Yeah, I saw a little Bow Wow there.
Hey.
B2K.
No way.
I think it was my first concert ever. Yeah.
That's great.
I like indoor concerts personally. I think they're better. What do you think, Trav?
I think I'd go with outdoor just because
You like the vibe, more outdoor
vibe?
vibe?
So. I think that'd be
outdoor
cool.
type of guy. All right, we've had 3 months to digest it. Donda or Certified Lover Boy?
Definitely the wrong person to ask, but certified lover boy for me.
For sure.
I guess Certified Lover Boy. I just didn't put too much stock in either.
Really?
Yeah.
I felt like it was a big deal though. Like everybody was listening.
I feel like I put a decent stock in the Certified Lover Boy, but the reason why I guess I would feel bad, like I can't answer it, because I didn't put a decent amount of stock into Donda. I gave it a try, but I didn't put a lot of stock. I thought it underdelivered personally.
I think both of them did. I'll say this: the songs I really like on Donda, I think I like a little bit more than the ones I really like on Certified. Like the one with Lil Baby on Donda, that shit goes crazy, and I would probably that's probably my favorite out of all of them. But yeah, I don't really know. Like, I don't think both artists could have gone without either one of these in their discography. In my personal opinion,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing a girl could say to you after sex?
You're better than all your friends.
That would hurt. I feel like
I don't think. No, why would that hurt?
not hurt, but I feel like. Oh wait, you said the worst thing that she could say to you?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't mind if she said that.
I think it would be a little.
What about like you're done?
Yeah,
That's like a solid-
No. I can say.
Go deeper.
I can say this. Maybe not the worst thing after sex. I've had a woman text me this, but like this is after something. But like if you got done and you went for round 2, and she said, "I'm off you right now." Like, cause I've had a chick text me that, like, I've been like, "Hey, what's?" She's like, "I'm off you right now." And I was like, "Oh, nigga, almost threw up in my mouth a little bit."
That's bad news.
Yeah, so I feel like if she hits you with like the instant performance review without even saying it, that one.
Yeah, I just think of like you finish or like damn that sucked, like or like that's it. Like I think that's it would be that.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about like if you're having sex and it's like a contest, you know how you go to like skate contests or other contests, and the second your run's done, they hold up your score.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I feel like she just held up your score.
5.
That's great.
That's funny as fuck. What's the weirdest thing you've ever done at work?
Weirdest?
Or
I've had sex on the
weirdest
clock.
thing you've seen at work?
Oh shit! I probably Well, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I've had sex on the clock.
Shut up.
Yeah,
You work from home.
Yeah, I work from
Oh,
home.
okay. I thought you meant like at the building. I was like,
No, that'd be crazy.
yeah. I mean, I feel like you would know some crazy shit because you worked in bars.
Oh, like I'm not gonna say where I work because I worked at a couple places.
Yeah.
Sell them out.
I've definitely had some herbal remedies put in the air at facilities that I may have worked at.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say which of the jobs I
You
worked
trying to
at.
poison the joint or something?
No. We were indoors blowing down.
I feel like that's not too crazy though.
No. I mean, it's crazy.
I had a coworker that at the building.
Burning woods inside is crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I had a guy who was hitting the pen in the office. And he's like, "Hey, you want some?" And I was like, "Nah, dude." Like, what? He was right there, like charging it in the open, like whatever. And then like nobody was walking around, no soups around. Hit it one time. I was like, "Wow."
I worked at a place where a guy got caught fucking a chick in the building, like before people got there in the morning. I was like, "That's crazy."
Wow.
That right?
You shouldn't lose your job. You shouldn't lose your job for that.
I don't think so either. Have anybody ever threatened to beat your ass through DM?
Yeah. Have you met me?
When was the most recent time somebody said they're gonna beat your ass through DM?
Not recently. Definitely not
I'm
recently.
gonna say
That's wild, by the way.
One of my best friends is someone I'm really cool with is threatened to beat my ass through DM. Gap threatened to beat my ass through DM, like when we were younger.
No way.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, like we obviously had issues. Shout out to Gap.
There's a whole bowl game over this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my dude Gap. But yeah, Gap's starting to beat my ass over DM.
I've talked a lot of shit. Dunzo's told me he's beat my ass. You know, Hoyt just told me, but not in DM.
I literally told Travis probably
Today.
an hour ago.
He told me
that
today.
if he did something specific, and I'm not
beat
going to
his
say
ass.
what it is,
Yes.
I was going to, and I quote, dog walk you out this club.
Bring change to the strip club?
No. Something way more important.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's better, Thanksgiving football or Christmas Day basketball?
I'm Christmas Day basketball type of guy.
I am too.
Because I've worked jobs where you have to work on Thanksgiving sometimes, and that sucks. Like Black Friday, I've had to work at Black Friday. I just worked at the bar this weekend, and I didn't mind working. But Christmas Day it's over. No one's working. I'm chilling. Thanksgiving, I get like dressed up and shit. Bro. Christmas at my house, I am sweatpants down to the socks, bro.
Fuck yeah.
And if I gotta go somewhere, I'm still gonna I'm just gonna put on some new PJ pants. The only time I wear my PJ pants.
It's gonna be the first year where I actually have to dress up for Christmas.
Why?
Yeah, my girlfriend's parents or their side of the family get. I was actually, one of the cousins was down not too long ago, and he was like, "Yeah, we come in with full suits, like whatever." And
don't Mexicans celebrate on the 24th though?
They do, but it's still Christmas. But yes,
okay.
That's so wild. Not saying it's all culture, but it's like, why do I need to dress up to be at someone's house to celebrate family? I would think it'd be like something that's like more of a comfortable feel. That's just me personally. I'm not shitting on anyone who does it because I dress up for Thanksgiving and I think that's weird.
If I could just do some jeans and a long sleeve,
I feel like that would be
a sweatshirt, that'd be lit.
I just feel like anytime I have a chance of consuming that much food, I don't want to be dressed up that much. Like at a wedding, I'm gonna eat like a little princess. You know what I mean? Like suited down. But like Christmas and Thanksgiving, let's be honest, if we're not talking about genocide or the pagan side of the holiday, we're there for the food. Let's sweatpants this down.
Who outside of your family knows you the best?
I got some homegirls that know me pretty well. I think my homeboys have a decent grip on me. I'm probably not as vulnerable with them.
You can talk to girls about more things, right?
Yeah, for the most part. You can ask them useless questions. I just text my homegirls. I call them the board of trustees. Fucking
of course.
I was bored the other day, and I was like, should I get a second ear piercing on each ear? And I'm like, I'm not gonna text you and Trav hey, do you think this is a good idea?
I would have said no.
Things that you might be just doing because you're bored, but they attract maybe females, or it's that's where your homegirls fit in, and you can tell when niggas don't have a group of homegirls.
Yeah, 100%.
It's they don't know how to talk to any chick that they're not fucking. They're very awkward. It's just you don't talk to people outside of you having to be 100% professional. And you talking to your girlfriend, you don't know any of how to just talk to someone's aunt. You don't know how to bullshit your way through any of these conversations.
And you can tell always.
Always. And it's just their body language is atrocious, bro.
What's the biggest misconception about you, Travis?
Misconception?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So you're high maintenance?
That's one. I don't even know.
You don't hear people lying about you?
I guess. I mean, not to sound like I'm that guy.
Everybody thinks you're an asshole, so.
Those are facts. These are fucking facts.
I don't know. I'd say pretty recently, I guess I stopped giving caring what, I stopped thinking about that, I guess. I'd say maybe 2 years back, or maybe I cared. I think maybe people thought I think still people look at me as high school, I'm going to steal your bitch. But
were you stealing bitches?
Not really. No, it's just the bitch thought I was attractive. That's about it.
I'll say
that's okay.
Yeah.
But hey,
not to snipe you down. I think the biggest misconception on Trav is people think he's a sniper, and he's not. He is prey. he is. He's opportunistic. He's been opportunistic prey. But that's not. I don't mean that.
I'm just a baby gazelle out there.
Yeah, bro. Fucking noodle legging it. But niggas think you're a poacher. And I'm like,
I like that. That's a pretty good.
Nah,
that's
bro.
A pretty good.
If you sit and talk to this nigga for 10 minutes,
I'm a weirdo.
No. I was gonna get a compliment, and you just made me completely forget the compliment. So let's just go with weirdo now. But I wasn't gonna say that. But no, I think
I'd say 10 minutes talking to me, you'll realize that I'm a strange individual. But you gotta last. That's the thing I say with me. You gotta give me more than about 5 minutes. Those first 2 minutes are gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be a wrap.
It's gonna be a lot of silence, and then maybe I might strike a question that's what, but it kind of goes somewhere. So that's why you gotta give me time. I need time.
Better with time.
About 10 minutes, you could be I fucking like this guy. This guy's a cool guy.
I think the difference is Travis is someone who is very situational. I feel knowing him as much as certain things can piss him off some places and they won't piss him off other places. Mm-hmm. But I think the misconception is that Travis is very he is happy-go-lucky, but I think he still is Travis in the fact that, like, he randomly can be set off. And I feel like that's the biggest misconception, that Travis is just chill all the time. And I don't get me wrong, I'm testy. I know how to fucking bug him on purpose. I'm not talking about me. But, like, I see the body language when certain things, because Travis he's reformed. You know what I mean? He's a reformed host. So, like, you know, it's a different, but, like, every once in a while, someone says or does something, you just see the eye twitch. And, like, Travis just trying to calm himself, like, I'm not that guy anymore. Like, because before he was saying it, now he believes it. Before he was just saying it, and I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. I know who you are. Now I actually kind of believe he's changed a little bit. But, like, every once in a while, someone says something, and I'm just like, oh, you really want to have a moment right now? Like, because the Trav moment is priceless, man.
Yeah, when was the last time you went off on somebody? Basketball court?
I don't know.
I think when you socked me, you had a little bit of the Trav moment.
Yeah,
I was there for that.
That was, I still somewhat feel bad for that.
That was low-key, that was minor and delayed. Like,
it was. That's the reason why I still feel bad, because it was delayed. It was just like, I didn't know what to do. It's like, what do I do with my hands?
I did a quick jump. I was like, hey.
Bro, he literally socked me after I hit him in the head with a water bottle.
I guess, I mean, that's not a Trav moment, but the homie Drama said something about gaming over the mic, and I just went loose on him real quick.
That's a Trav moment.
I told him pretty much not to, hey, Drama's my number one nigga out there.
Check out Drama's album.
Check out Drama Beats. Yeah. He's about to drop the album.
Streaming on Spotify now, and he has a Christmas album that dropped last year.
Facts. But yeah, he said he was better than me at first person shooters and like gaming, and I just absolutely just went loose and was like, you've never been better than me at any video game ever, pretty much. Look at this going off on each other.
You want to know what a Trav
and I've been bringing stats up and shit. I took it personal.
10-1 kill ratio.
A Trav moment is this, but not as extreme, because I've seen a man do this to someone else. This is fucking. We got to switch topics after this. We've been talking about this nigga for too long.
I'm about to say.
But Trav is the guy who, like, he'll lose in UFC, and if you just talk a little too much, like, he doesn't really like. Trav doesn't like losing, but he doesn't like losing to you in one thing, and then he doesn't allow you to get a little bit ahead of yourself. Like Trav will like lose in UFC, and like someone will say something, and just keep talking. He's like, "Oh, Trav's definitely I'll whoop your ass in real life, nigga."
No, I hate that guy.
And you get like, if Trav takes like continuous L's, he's gonna sit there and be quiet and just scheme on how to ways to get back at you, petty as fuck throughout the night.
Pretty much.
Or he's gonna scream, I can beat your ass in real life.
The only thing I can say that there is some facts about that is that is the sole reason why I stopped playing FIFA. Like I can't stand losing in FIFA. Like I loved that game, and if somebody would bark at me about FIFA too much, I would definitely want to fight them after.
Like,
that's 100%.
Don't let them bark before the game. After the game, like, you know who used to shout out to Mike. Mike would be good because Mike doesn't talk. Like he'll like talk a little shit before the game to Trav, and if he so happens to be Trav, it's not Mike talking. It's the side eye, because Mike, like, Trav will sit like right behind Mike, and Mike will sit a little bit in front near the TV. It's just
I hate FIFA. I stopped playing FIFA because I felt
retired.
I retired. Yes, I retired from playing FIFA. Yes.
Shut the fuck up. Next question. All right, and coming back in, I know none of us give a fuck about baseball, but I did think about this. If the lockout happens, you know what that means for me. 2 years as a world champion. You can't take that shit away from me if there ain't no season. I just figured that was something I just wanted.
They did have a lockout. This first one since like 1994, right?
Yeah, 95, something like that.
So I just got a new job about 2 months ago. Trav's been working for a while.
I feel like I know where this is going.
Zoe just started a new job, but what happened to your last job?
I was fired on my day off.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn, some Friday type shit?
Yeah. I mean, I was fired that weekend. I already knew what time it was. I was told not to come in. I really don't want to talk about it, but we fucking talk about everything else. I just don't want to talk about it because, like, I'm indifferent about it. Like, part of me is like, yeah, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
But other part of me is like, I mean, it is what it is.
Did you deserve to be fired?
Yeah, that's the thing. I always like. Okay,
I will say this. I do understand where their issue with me the night of said incident may have occurred. Okay. But I do believe that they put me in a situation to make me believe my input was not just one valued, but like was something that, like, they brought me in for said input. And I feel like I was
almost like a focus group. They were looking in for some input.
I was told on days off to write things to help certain people do certain things. I feel like out of that list in the 6 weeks I worked at said establishment, Nothing was fixed. And I mean, some people like it there. I don't have a problem with that. Like, I don't have a problem with anyone I worked with. Not who I worked for, possibly, but not who I worked with.
Of course.
But yeah, like also, I worked at a fucking bar. I don't need a fucking press conference for this, but like I didn't just get released by the Eagles, but I just feel like I was in a situation where I was asked for experience, and then it was thrown into my face repeatedly to justify someone not having the tools to do their job correctly, if that makes sense. I feel like that was a pretty PC way to do it.
The interesting thing about it was getting fired on your day off. Like, is that a thing that happens?
Well, I got in trouble on a Saturday and was told not to come in on a Sunday.
Damn.
And then they want to have a meeting on Tuesday because they don't work. Or the place was closed. I just thought it was funny when I walked in that I was told, like, so what did you want to say? And I was like, my nigga, I tried to talk to you Saturday. You didn't want to talk. You sent me home when I went to go back to do my job after you made it clear that you didn't want to have this conversation. But now you want to talk when you have my final check in your hand. That not even like I'm mad. I just felt like that was irrelevant. Like, you wasted my time that day. You wasted my time waiting until Tuesday. California's a fire at Will State. You could have just fired me and not made me wait 3 days. I actually missed the Dodgers-Braves game 5 for this. That's what
good employee, right? Great employee.
To be honest, that's what I'm the
there
most
when you need him most.
Did you tell them I missed the fucking Braves game for this shit?
Bro, this is what got me the most. And I said I wasn't gonna talk about it, but fuck it. You know, it's outside fucking, you know what I mean? I'm not saying nothing that's a fucking lie, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what made me mad. They the people I work for, like I said, I like one of them. I don't really care for the other one that much. They text me and they asked me my hours because, like I said, it was ran a certain way that they don't even know fucking people's hours. And it kind of made me think like, because like the time of the week, like we were gonna get paid that Friday regardless. Like, oh, maybe I didn't lose my job, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I lost my job. And then while we're having this like little soliloquy, I'm like, bro, why do you even asking me if you care about this? Like, you know what I mean? And he just ended it with, I feel like everything you say, I feel the opposite of, which is so passive aggressive because you're not actually addressing anything I said. You're just summing it up just because you don't want to. You asked me a question you didn't want to answer for, and then I gave you an answer. And then
you didn't want to address the issue head on.
Yeah, like you asked me, oh, how do I feel? And then I explained to you how I felt, and then you just sum it up with, I feel the opposite. When some of those things I said I agreed with him on, so it doesn't make sense that you would feel the opposite. Like I wasn't apologizing. I just like. I didn't like, okay, you know, like, yeah, there's a point here. And like for you to just say, oh, I had a point, but I disagree with you because I had a point. That doesn't make any logical sense to me personally, but that's just me. This is what got me, though. This is what got me. And this is why you have to, like, you know people, but some people are your friends from a distance, and some people are your actual friends. And you learn this, and like I said, I fuck with half of the ownership, and the other half not so much. But what got me was, so anyway, back to the time card thing. They asked me my time card. I said I clocked out of something. And I guess the owner saw like the time discrepancy. Like the person who texted me wasn't the person who gave me my final check. And he's like, oh, well, you were 2 hours short. So like, you know, here's a little extra $30. And I was looking at him like, the fuck you talking about $30, my nigga? Like you wrote this check before I got here. You had already fired me. Like I'm supposed to feel happy that you gave me, like that's like, to be honest with you, like.
Petty money?
Like, no, not even like that. My thing was, when I got to this job, they weren't properly staffed. They weren't a lot of things. And they made it seem like that $30 was them doing me a favor. And I'm like, that first week I was there, I was put on the schedule with literally no training to do something. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I needed the job. So I don't feel like anyone did anyone a favor. But I don't like the fact that it's like the way I was scheduled, like I got hired on like a Thursday and I had to work Sunday. But then when I looked at the Sunday schedule, no one was there. So it was like, so if I didn't get hired, who the fuck was going to work this day? That's what, like little shit like that is what got me because I was just like, we can call this square. Like some things just don't work out. Like I'm not opposed to that idea. You know what I mean? Like some things aren't for everybody. You know what I mean? I'm not for everybody. Let's make this clear. You know what I mean? This podcast has made that abundantly clear. But to have the misconception or to live in a false reality that you were doing me a favor, though you have no one who works with you with proper experience. No offense to my coworkers, not saying they don't have any experience. I'm just saying the heads of it don't have any experience in that manner. And I think it's a testament to maybe they're hiring to a certain degree because at the same time, you can say I'm bad, but if you don't have enough staff, like you just hired me and I'm trash.
Doesn't sound like a very well ran establishment.
That's not for me. That's not for me to say. But like,
I think you said that.
But my thing is like
that's
this,
my
like,
summary.
Like my thing is if you hiring me and you say you can't have anybody who's trustworthy, and then I get fired. Though that's what they were telling me before I got hired. Like it's been hard to get people who are trustworthy and committed. and then I get fired. Like, you know,
Who was
and I'm
just
apparently all those things from what I've been told. Now, are the people you're hiring the problem, or is it your opinion on like how you evaluate staffing? You know what I mean? Because if we're all ain't shit, then at some point, you know, like if your whole team is full of 72s on Madden, that's the GM's fault.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? So here's the thing: I can only be a 72. You have the option to bring in a 95. That's not on me. I don't run the G. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you're gonna tell me I'm a 72, but I'm looking around and we're all 72s, that's, you know what I mean? Like I can take blame on this on myself. You know what I mean? But like if we're gonna live in the reality where this is partially my fault, we gotta live at the other half of the part. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like I said, there's no hard feelings. I will never go back to that establishment again. You know
I wouldn't either.
Yeah. No, it's just the level of disrespect and ownership, and like, you know, I'm not someone who half-asses things you ask me to do. Like, if I get up to do them, I'm going to do them. Now, also in that, I always say you don't get to tell people how to react. You don't get to tell me how I'm supposed to show passion for something. You know what I mean? Different players, this goes back to the GM thing, like different players play different roles. I'm going to be outspoken. So don't ask me to speak. If you don't want me to speak, I will shut the fuck up. But you have to tell me beforehand. Don't tell me I need people who's invested and want to do certain things, and I need all types of input. And then when the input comes to like the threshold, and then you're looking at me crazy, like,
yeah, you were all in on this job. You told me. I mean, you're putting on your story. You never do anything like that.
Never in my fucking life have I done something.
You were all in on this job.
I felt like, bro, I felt like a female bartender, bro. It was nasty. A little pit in my stomach.
Felt dirty.
Not dirty, like, and because I'm not above like my work. I'm just not someone who flaunts my job because my income is dependent on other people's generosity, and I think that's a little wild to post. But
fair facts.
You know what I mean? But like, yeah, like I just yeah, like fuck it, like, you know, if we're gonna be here, we're gonna be here. Like I just didn't appreciate the way it went, and to be honest, I wasn't gonna talk about this. I know I joked on Twitter like I was gonna talk about this. This is fucking Josh, and we had to fill 8 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
does that bother you more than Crocs bother Travis?
No, because I'll say this: if you go to Karina's, all those girls are wearing Croc wedges.
That's wild.
Yeah, Croc makes one.
I've been to Karina's in a while.
Well, why do you not like Crocs? Is it?
I just think they're
the look of
ugly. They're fucking ugly, and it's tacky to me personally.
Why is it tacky?
I don't. It just looks.
Time out. You know what? You know what I have a problem with this one is already. I have a problem with this because Travis calls shit classy. That's not
that's
fucking
true. I always
classy.
do that shit, but that's my type. I mean, that's what I do.
You couldn't date a girl that wore Crocs.
I honestly
really that'd be a deal
I've
breaker.
seen you outside in slides.
I mean, that's fine. The slides are different. If she's wearing slides, let's get it.
There's not even a sports mode in slides.
What if your girl told you, "I'll stop wearing Crocs if you stop wearing slides"? Would you do it?
Yeah, I could probably do that.
You make that commitment.
I can make that commitment. I was gonna make that commitment.
Yeah, I mean, I think Crocs are ugly, but I don't think it's a deal breaker.
Yeah, like
it's not a deal breaker.
You said it's a deal breaker.
Travis hates anything that a mass majority of women are doing on the internet. I've cracked this code.
Wait, what else?
Like, bro, like Travis probably like hated yoga pants at one point.
No,
Travis
never.
probably hated like when chicks wear like big jackets. He probably hated that trend at one point. Like, Travis probably thinks contouring stupid. He probably had beef with ombres. Like,
what are ombres?
When the hair tapers like color wise, you know, like it flows, like it starts blonde and ends like brown and shit like that.
No,
I like that.
I like it too. I think it's bring ombre back. I feel like chicks aren't doing that anymore. Bring it back. I'm just saying. I feel like if a majority of women do something, and it's not even like he hates, I feel like he hates like anything on the internet like this, period. Yeah. But I feel like Travis is his own worst enemy. I say about this.
Yes.
Because he takes things very serious on the internet that the internet doesn't take serious. And it makes him hate the internet more when the internet is making a joke of it or it's just not that important. Like he morphs it into something that's way worse than what it really fucking is. But then he truly probably doesn't care. But like how like animated he talks and shit, he gives off the perception that it's so much worse. But the thing is though, I think at times he doesn't realize how aggressive it comes off. And then back to
I'm an aggressive talker.
Things set Travis off that people don't think would set Travis off, like I said in the quick hitters. That's when that happens.
Can you think of an example of something that sets him off that's very minor? Like you're upset about the air fryers. Like,
air fryers, internet relationships.
I just think that they're blown out of proportion right now. Like I get it. Like you put some food in, bang, it's fast. You know what I'm saying? But like, come on. Like,
but this is the funny thing. Travis gets mad about shit that I know if niggas cut a check, he'd shut the fuck up.
100%.
Like if Ninja came to us right now and was like, "Hey, $200 for an ad read," Travis be on there. the Ninja air fryer is the most compact thing, and like there's like that's what I was saying. Like that's why I shut the fuck up about certain things. So I'm like, I know there's a check big enough for me to not say anything about this. You know what I mean?
You know what made me think about, not to cut you off there, when he said on my own worst enemy, it made me think about when I got fired from Macy's.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Can we tell this story? 'Cause this is like some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like it's not even like Travis is dumb. This is just you gotta give the prequel story. What happened like the week before and
what's the prequel?
Like when you did the opposite of what got you fired.
Okay, yeah. So because I was doing really good at the job because I
seasonal
just
hire, correct?
Yeah. Well, seasonal in the winter, whatever. I just got done working Black Friday. Never have done that, and I usually work in like the men's department at Macy's. But they were like, all right, this women's shoes, area is going crazy. We need you down there.
That was your department.
That was my
shoes?
department for Black Friday. Women's shoes.
Before Travis
By the way,
shoes.
bittersweet because it's like, damn, it's hectic, but damn, there's baddies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of good in both.
They said, Travis, you haven't sold any Crocs.
This is how Travis ended up with a foot fetish.
But yeah, I was doing a really good job and like, whatever. I think that passed, but I ended up returning someone's wallet. Like there was this wallet, there was, money in it, all that good stuff. Turn it in.
How much money was inside the wallet?
I don't know, probably honestly like 100 some, and some
Good amount
cash.
of money.
Obviously they're cards and shit like that, but I can't do shit with that. Besides the point, I returned the wallet. That's a good point. And then, a week later goes by. It's kind of close to my birthday, or like right after my birthday.
I think it's literally like 2 days before your birthday.
Like, yeah, it was like really close to my birthday.
It'd be like today.
Yeah, like literally today.
Yeah.
Like, this might be like the 9-year anniversary. This nigga get the fucking boot.
Yeah, dude. So what happened is that there was like $20-$40 on the ground in the home goods section. I remember that. It was like in the home goods. Who the fuck goes to the home goods section at Macy's?
They go get air fryers, bro.
Again, wait, I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. I really don't. But besides the point. And so I pick up the money and I'm like, damn, anyone to return this to? Not really. Went to like the desk area, no one's there, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna cop the money. Walk to the bathroom, put the money in my sock, call it a day. Of course these sons of bitches don't get me until the shift is done. So I work the rest of my shift. I'm like, yes, just got into like dabs or something like that. And so I was like, damn, I'm about to go pick up, some good stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like walking out, I'm probably like 6 car links away from my car, and then all of a sudden like 2 security guys like run out of the back door, like running for me with like a manager, and like, hey, Travis, can you stop for us real quick? And I was like, sure, like, can you come this way? They didn't even tell me what I was doing.
Did you at that time, do you know what was happening?
Oh, 100%.
2 whole niggas for $40. That's
crazy.
$20 a person.
And they took me into this back room, and they were like, hey, we know what you did, like whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, like I don't know. Let's try to play it cool. And they're like, all right, if you give us the money, you tell it, like, we're gonna drop everything right now. Let's
drop everything. What does that mean?
Like they're not gonna do anything. Like nothing's gonna happen from this. That's what pissed me off. Zoe's whole like, this is what got me. This is what got me. They gave me a chance to fess up and be the good guy. I fucking did it, right? I have some honor here, right?
Yeah.
I fessed up, like, give them the money. Fuck it. Let's call this a day. Let me go home. I don't get $40. I got a shift. I actually had a shift the next day, I believe. Whatever.
That shit was gonna be taken away.
They're like, all right, whatever. They called me the next morning, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna need you to go to the Chula Vista main office. And I went to the Chula Vista main office, and then they pretty much let me go. They gave me my last check. They gave me the money for the shifts that I had for that week, which was nice.
They do that so you don't sue them later.
But and then so they let me go over $40 that I found on the ground.
What are you supposed to do with the $40?
So policy is, of course, you're just supposed to just return it if it's not claimed in like a month or whatever. Then it's like, I think at that point, I don't think anyone personally, I think that shit goes bye-bye. Like, it's just like, it's gonna be Macy's money, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what that happened. That was
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it was and it was the woman's shoe manager told me she wanted me to bring me on for her the department. I was like, fuck. But
how many days you work in the women's shoe department?
I think it was like 3. I think just 3.
How was it, fire? Or
Black Friday was the best day. Like, not to put anyone.
That's how I know he's a psychopath.
Yeah,
bro.
Black Friday was the best day.
Why is it the best day? It's the worst.
I just thought it was cool. It was just, I thought I've always wanted weirdly to work a Black Friday. Like, I know it's hell, but like, I want to say that I've done it. So, and I can. Well, I saw one of my ex's moms though, which was pretty cool because she's all right. She was kind of a baddie back in the day. So I was just like,
Were you putting shoes on women's feet? Or like, oh, this fits.
No,
no,
I was mainly just walking around like re-racking everything. The Steve Madden shit, Steve Madden. That shit was like people were really pulling boxes, like slinging, like that was really crazy. Like that was cool to kind of watch. But no, I was really just doing stuff. But then people started thinking that I could do things that I wasn't supposed to do, which was go to the back and get shoes, and I wasn't supposed to do that. And the people who work, because it's commission in the shoes, were getting pissed at me because I was going to the back. I specifically remember this one older Mexican lady and then this one Asian gentleman. He was chewing me because I was going back. He's like, don't do it, like whatever. I ended up having to like talk to someone about it. But like,
nigga, run your route.
Like,
don't steal my route.
Everybody was just like, can you go give me a size 7 in this? Like, can you give me okay? And I've never been back there either, too. So that was kind of that was wild. I was like, where the fuck am I looking at? I was like, where the fuck is the shoes? I'm like, bro, okay, like yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I was so bad at American Eagle. Shout out to Nico Sanchez. He got me the job. I got that job through fantasy football, which is hilarious. But
wow,
bro, no, they need
last place prize or what?
Last place you work at American Eagle?
Nah, bro, no, it was my first job. I needed some money to go to college. It wasn't my first job. It was the first time.
I remember that. You used to give the hookups to Tara.
Bro, yeah. Okay, you know what? Let's have a whole conversation about how bad of a person Travis is. What the fuck? I worked at American Eagle, and this is so funny. I had one of the highest scores. They make you do like an aptitude test to see what you should be at the restaurant or at the store. Said salesman immediately. They were like, no question. I was so bad. I didn't want to sell shit there. I was in the stock room within 3 weeks. That shit was crazy. What Travis is like, when I say Travis, like Travis will get mad about things.
What I do?
Like he literally yelled at me about this, and then remember he did this, and this is what I'm saying. Like,
is this my mom's thing?
Yes, bro.
Oh god.
Do you want to know how much of a piece of shit Travis was?
I needed some bread.
A piece of shit. My man's on a full ride Scully. Keep this in mind.
True.
His mom comes in. Shout out to Miss T. She comes in. She's like, I'm finessing. I'm supposed to be salesman. I don't give a fuck. We don't make commission. I don't give a shit. So his sister tries on a bunch of jeans. His mom writes down the sizes. Later that day, I think she texts me like, okay, these jeans, this size, blah, blah, blah. I go in, I buy them and use my employee discount. Because if she would have got it, she would only got like 20%. If I bought it, she got like 35%. I said Gucci. So, she told me to grab some random jeans that his sister didn't try on, but she wanted to see like with a discount, like fuck it, and we'll return it. So she returns like 2 or 3 of the jeans. It's about $110. You know what I mean? I see Trav. I give Trav the money. I'm like, hey, Trav, keep in mind, he's home during the winter break.
That's the
on
issue.
a full fucking scholarship. He gets a meal stipend. He has a lunch punch card.
I did not have a stipend.
Home. You didn't get a little meal thing?
No, they don't get. I had the cafeteria, but they don't get a stipend.
Oh,
if you lived off campus, you get a stipend.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
As a freshman.
Yes. He was also fucking home when his parents aren't paying for his school and could have just asked for $20 fucking. Don't know if that's whatever the financial issue was, but logically it sounds like, hey, you're not paying this $36,000 a year. Let a nigga hold $20. You know, I give Travis $20. I see his mom, and for like maybe 2 or 3 years,
yeah,
she just throws little like shots at me about returning things and being honest. But his mom fucks with me. Miss Tracy fucks with me, but it's like little
here and there, yeah.
And like to put
little shots.
I was great. Like, the fuck are these shots? I find out later. She like one day she just blatantly says like he's moving, and I think when he did this, they were moving from another house. So he's moving. It's like maybe 3 or 4 years later. They're moving
probably to Lemons area.
And then I was like, I say something to her, and she's like. I was like, oh yeah, if you just give me the money, I can go run down and do that for you, blah, blah, blah. I think she wanted something from Cheesecake when I worked there. And she made the comment like, well, last time I gave you money, so I never got it back.
Oh, and I was right there.
I said, and I've never done. I said, Tracy, what are you talking about right now? Because like you accused me of stealing money. Now we're adults. Like we're here. We're on the same thing.
100%.
And I think we're in the kitchen, right? And
yeah,
so, and I look at her and I'm like, excuse me, Tracy, what did you? And she goes, well, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just Tara's jeans. And I said, no, what? And she tells me, and I'm like, I gave Travis that money. Travis goes, no, what the fuck? And I said, no, we were in Gomez's car. And he goes, oh, well, nigga, we're like 22 at this point.
Yeah, he came back.
Bro, I was so mad. Like, his mom has been cooking for me. I didn't spend the night at the house.
She's like this motherfucker. She probably fucked up your food.
Bro, all the time just stabbing her hair there. Godly, bro. She's putting salt on top of it, bro, on all my food.
They were trying times. The money probably did come back to Zoe in a way, but, you know, they were trying times for me, you know.
I'm mad that to your dad.
The big news in the sports world is Lincoln Riley leaving Oklahoma for USC and Brian Kelly leaving Notre Dame for LSU. Who ditched his team worse and who has the better job now?
I think dissing their team worse because at the time that he leaves is Kelly without question. They still have a shot.
They got a shot at the championship.
Yeah,
Facts.
Or 5-6. You know what I mean? Something's got to happen. But I mean, you know, like sneak peek. We're recording this a little early, but we don't know what happened in the Bama game yet. But regardless, like you're leaving this. Like this doesn't make sense to leave to finally go to a conference when you've been able to sneak into the to the FCB or FCA, whatever the fuck. I'm not going to let it. Yeah, the college football fucking playoff twice, right? Has it been twice?
Yeah, he's been in it twice.
Yeah, and he has a team that went to the fucking national championship game that fucking got dog walked, but they made it at least.
He's the most winningest coach in Notre Dame history.
Bro, I was thinking this the other day. I don't remember what Notre Dame looks like without Brian Kelly.
They're trash.
Since we were like 16, like my whole adult life, he has been the coach there, and he has given us talent.
Yeah,
there's a Gold Domers, and he recruited a nigga named Golden Tate. Like he's meant for this shit. Like Kyle Root, like
great recruiter, great coach, but they say he's a piece of shit person. I don't know if you see all this shit on Twitter.
Most of them are though.
They are, but they say he's different. Did you see that he made the head coach Matt LaFleur of the Packers and the Robert Saleh, the head coach of the Jets, sweep with the snow? Do you see that story?
No.
I'll tell you the story. It's a crazy story. He's coaching at Central Michigan, okay? He invites his general assistants, GAs, the head coach of the Jets, Robert Saleh, and then Matt LaFleur, the head coach of the Packers, over, and they're hyped.
They're like GAs, right?
They're GAs at the time, which is crazy. And they're hyped. They're like, the head coach invited us for a dinner, like, we've made it kind of thing. He had them plow snow in front of his house all night so people could park their cars. And then right when they thought they were done, they had to plow it again so they could take their cars out. And like he made their GAs do that all night in the snow when it's freezing. And they went back to their little apartment. They didn't even have a dinner table standing. They're like, we're never going to teach our people like to act that way. Like when we're coaches, we're going to respect everybody. And they say
wild.
They hate like Brian Kelly. They hate Brian Kelly.
Wow.
Yeah,
I get it, but he does come from that old regime. Oh God, I'm about to do something that's going to get me in trouble. In the words of Dave Chappelle, if that's all it takes to break your spirit, probably aren't cut out for the job.
You think that would be a football-related job, though? You can't hire somebody to do that?
No. I think this football, bless you. I think football is about leading, man. And I'm not saying all leadership methods are correct, but my thing is like this: like, not every like when you're in sports, you're running a race without a finish line. Sometimes, you know, yes, the championship's a finish line, but there's going to be so much adversity. Like, you can't look towards the ship and expect to get there. Mm-hmm. You got to know you're going to go through some bullshit and see some wild shit. I'm not saying when he's did right or justifies anything. I just think that old football mentality was a thing. And I don't think that Brian Kelly's the problem in that story. I think that's a whole cultural thing. I think there's a lot of those guys. Like, what's my man who's just the Bob Knight? You know what I mean? Yeah, he's over the top. But let's not act like niggas wasn't putting hands on kids and shoving them and throwing them to the floor. Like I remember we used to take screens with the bag, and I thought that was hard. Imagine what they were doing in '78. You know what I mean? Like, so I think it's more of a culture thing. I also believe LSU is 100% with that culture. I don't think they give a fuck.
You think he can recruit down in Louisiana the way he is? I don't think he can, bro. The South is a different
I think
beast.
he'll have to change.
He has to change. 100%.
I think I'll say this. I think there's other options down there for those kids. But I mean, like the same kids he was getting in Connecticut, New York, all these other places, Pennsylvania. They also could have went to Michigan State or Penn State or Michigan. And like, guess what? I get it. The SEC is a different monster, but the one thing them motherfuckers like is winning. And the one thing that he can say is, hey, out of you guys, only Georgia and Bama have made the playoffs. I'm from a whole nother independent conference, and I've done this twice. Mm-hmm. Who are you to tell me? It's a recruit. Like, you're trying to recruit. Like,
yeah.
I did this, like, it's like winning, like, he's basically J. Cole. This nigga got a Grammy with no features. Like, you know what I mean? Like, being without, like, a conference, granted, he's manipulated it to work in his favor.
100%.
But you can argue, like, that's like Prince leaving Warner Brothers. Like, I'm an independent artist, and I'm still doing this. Like, everything we're saying is bad. I think he can flip into a good thing.
Why did he leave then? He hadn't made Notre Dame.
That's the real question. So that's the real question is why he left.
12 years, bro.
I honestly think he like, I know that it sounds cheesy with the whole like new challenge type shit, but like I think after 12 years he's just like, all right, like.
And
does he want that smoke in the SEC?
I mean, those coaches are.
Trust me, what difference?
That's wild.
Now, because he picked his own schedule, like you said. Now he doesn't have that option.
But here's the thing: is though, like, he was able to pick his own schedule, and he still has to go against ranked opponents. You know what I mean?
And that contract.
But like, also, it's like this: like, I was able to, he handpicked, but he still had to beat guys to get there. Like in his defense, he regular season does beat ranked opponents in the top 5 to top 10. And like, what's the difference? Like, I was able to do that in a different conference. Now I have access. Yeah, it might be a little bit different about like how the recruiting goes, but as far as like track record goes, like it's hard to tell him. Like in his defense, like I understand why his confidence would be high going down south. Like I've been able to get kids all my life.
Yeah.
Why is it because I'm in Louisiana all of a sudden
Yeah.
I can't get kids? Okay, yeah, they're not the little white boys from Central Michigan, but fucking like Terrell's gonna want to go. At the end of the day, it's like this. Notre Dame tries to win national championships, and they put guys in the NFL.
Yeah.
LSU definitely puts guys in the NFL, but they don't get any national championship love like that for the most part. Yes, they did win recently, but like we saw that was a misnomer. Like
Notre Dame's been more consistent lately.
Yeah, like they just had a bigger pop. Like so, my thing is like this: like everything that's happened, Ed Oger or like Kelly Fixes, you're gonna get a guy who clearly puts dudes in the league and has success in the college ranks. So like, why will as much as I feel like it's not gonna work, common sense tells me it's gonna work. Like.
And on the flip side, dude, shout out to USC. That shit's hard. That shit's dope.
That's the best hire they've had since Pete Carroll.
I think USC now has like a real chance to like hopefully. I think it's gonna take like 3 years personally.
I agree,
but like I think they have a real shot to like
be back in national prominence.
Yeah, because they're only in the Pac, not so much only in the Pac-12 because the Pac-10, but the Pac-10's good. They're still good.
12.
But like it is 12, right?
Yeah,
You're right.
12.
It is Pac-12. Fuck. But like I think that it's a conference that can be taken over. I know Oregon's like the dopest, and Utah's good, but it can be taken over. I think.
Okay, why is Utah, Washington, and Oregon good? They're taking all the players from Southern California. That's not going to happen anymore. I don't think with Leaky Ryan.
Yeah, I hope not.
He's the best. He's the second best recruiter in the nation behind Saban, I'd say. Jimbo Fisher's up there too. But I think USC. I agree with you. That Pac-12's for the taking.
It is 100%.
You only got 2 5-stars decommitted and go to USC in the last 5 days.
Yeah, so I mean, if they can do it, I think it's going to take 3 years because they always got to get your guys in. And in college, like next year, they'll be a little bit better, but not super good. The next year, going to be like, okay, there's going to be some flashes, and then that third year, it's going to be like, boom, this is my fucking program.
Isn't college football better when USC's really good?
Oh, I think 100%. College football is the best when USC, even UCLA is pretty good. I like them in the top 25.
They need to be competitive.
Now, this is a school that I used to like them a lot, but fucking hook 'em horns, bro. College football
100%.
is so good.
I hate them, but college football's better when they're good.
It is.
Yeah.
Dude, I just
Same with
like
Michigan.
in
I hate them
Texas.
too.
In Texas, the same way. They should be doing way better than what they are, but not so much they suck.
They're getting out recruited by Texas A&M. That's
the problem. Yeah, they lost a grip on the state. I'll say this. Lincoln Riley clearly is a great offensive mind. He's had 3 Heisman guys there. I mean, Jalen didn't win it.
Second, but he had Baker and Kyler.
I consider that a Heisman guy. Like he's not a Heisman. Yeah. He didn't win it, but I mean, shit. And the one thing, Kyler was there to begin with, right?
He's Texas, Oklahoma transfer. He went from Texas A&M to Oklahoma. Kyler Murray.
Okay, so he is a transfer. Yeah. So all those guys are transfers. Baker, the transfer rule is the Baker Mayfield rule. Let's make this clear. Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray. So that's the one thing. So he's been able to rob guys and come there, which USC is going to need to do. But let's be honest here. USC needs to go out there, and the portal's different with the NIL and stuff. You can just offer some kid who from Southern California but plays at fucking William and Mary, and you tell him that the Outback on fucking Crenshaw wants to give him the thing. There's a whole gateway to now try to poach that child.
I'm about to say NIL, dude, for USC should be easy.
Well, there's supposed to be money. Well, here's the thing: people forget there is still contract.
Imagine Reggie Bush with the NIL.
Here's the thing, though. You also have to keep this in mind, though. You have to play. Like the guy who's behind CJ Beathard right now, or whatever, CJ Stroud, excuse me, the guy that that should be a senior, who was supposed to be a senior this year.
Quinn Ewers.
Yeah. Like he's people are like giving him shit for transferring. The thing is though, I didn't know CJ was supposed to be this good. In his defense, he didn't think that. And true, his NIL deal is for him if he starts. If I don't start, it's like now like a pro job. If I don't start, I don't
think that makes sense. It's a business, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying you have just like it's a media market. Like LA is a media market. So if you're good, you're a starter, starting quarterback, like whoever this 5-star kid is coming into USC,
he's the kid from Irvine,
that guy, right? If he ends up being good, like just if he ends up being any sort of good. Any type of top 25 in the USC, I promise you that guy's gonna have a fat fucking deal for the sole fact.
I think Zoe
that
brought up a good point, actually. So the best quarterbacks come from Southern California. You got Bryce Young's going to win the Heisman for Alabama. You got C.J. Stroud. You have Spencer Rattler's from Arizona. Lincoln Riley has these quarterbacks in his backyard. He's not telling him to go to Norman, Oklahoma anymore. He's going to say, come down the street to USC. I'm going to make you a Heisman favorite.
Bro, it's like the opposite of like the Kelly situation was like, oh, you got to convince these kids to come to a school that was buns, blah, blah, blah. Like you're leaving Notre Dame a little sour in the mouth. It comes off. This is a whole different perception. It's like, hey, I've been able to get guys to come to Oklahoma and we've been successful. Imagine what I could do at USC. Like 100%. LSU, the success is automatically given. USC has much lower expectations, I feel like, to be honest with you. And also this. I believe that USC, I thought they were going to go get my man from Cincinnati because their AD is the guy who hired him at Cincinnati, but God, I forget his name. But
Luke Fickell.
Luke Fickell, great coach. I feel like
they say I think he's going to. They say he's about to leave.
Where's he going?
I think he goes to Notre Dame. To be
they just hired a coach today.
They
did?
Defensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, which is the right hire. I think that was the right hire.
Yeah, because it helps keeps the kids from transferring also. But
he could get the Oklahoma job. Right? He could.
Do you want that job if everyone's going to leave?
It's still Oklahoma.
It's true, but you're also going to... No, Oklahoma's also going to the SEC.
That's why you want that job.
No, but I think the difference is Brian Kelly ain't scared. Fickell going to have to really... Now you're going to have to really see how you recruit. Like, it's going to really put... Like, it's one thing, like, what were they, Big 12 before? Is that what the...
Wait, Cincinnati?
No.
They're
not even the Power 5.
Oklahoma's in the Big 12,
yeah, they're in the Big 12. That's a different type of recruiting pool.
100%.
Yeah, that's a different
There's like country kids.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like the environment. But I'll say this. I think and we can wrap the show up after this, or you guys have any more input. But I think the number one thing that USC did that was right, we wanted a splashy hire. That's why I brought the Luke Fickell thing. It wouldn't have been splashy, but it would have made sense. People wanted, the Urban Meyers to come back, or you get someone like Tomlin to come in. Like they wanted a splashy hire. I think they realized this. To the average person listening to college football, like obviously we pay attention a little bit more. The average person, they don't really care about the guy they hired. Like it's not the biggest splash in the world. Granted, if you know college football, it makes sense. But certain names carry a gravitas to them. I think I said that word right. But what they did was they made his contract a block. They made the contract make us believe that this is a blockbuster deal. Do you know the details of this contract?
Craziest college contract of all time.
So
bro.
The USC coach?
Yes. Okay. So he owns 2 houses in Norman, Oklahoma. They're buying both of them at a combined $500,000 over asking price. So that makes him an extra $1 million. I think they're worth like maybe $500,000 each. Okay. His family gets hold on. He's getting a $110 million contract.
Wait,
$110 million contract.
Over how many years?
I think it's 8?
I'm not sure. I'll look it up. Right
okay, now. So let's go 8. So let's go 8 years, $110 million. I could be off. Nice. They bought your house for over
2 houses.
Your 2 houses
for over asking price.
So they basically gave you an extra $1 million right there. They bought you a $6 million house in LA.
Oh, they bought that for him?
Yep.
And here's the kicker. 24/7 access to a private jet for you and your family. I was telling my friends, if my son had a 24-hour access jet to a private jet, I'm going to be honest with you. I would stop raising my child immediately because there's no way for him not to grow up to be a little asshole. And I'm not calling his kid an asshole. What I'm saying is, if you would have gave me I don't know how old this kid is.
Business.
If you gave me 11 mil, if you gave me a private jet at 11 years old, you know how fucking crazy I would talk to my mom? Oh, I'm grounded. Screw you. I'm going to Arizona.
What's he doing? What's he doing with that private jet?
That's what I'm saying.
He's recruiting.
He's recruiting, and he's going to do.
But here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. Not to cut you off. Yeah. The schools have private jets. Yeah, that's normal. They're recruiting. There's like a budget.
But he has his own private jet.
Yeah, like because you know what that does?
That's
it makes it basically UFC saying like, hey, we're going to fucking cheat because there's a recruiting budget. You know what I mean? I think you can only exceed so much. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, different schools have different recruiting budgets, but they don't want you fucking just wiping, Bro, if the boosters are already paying for something that I'm pretty sure the NCAA can't track, bro, I tell this kid, turn your fucking phone off and let's talk for the next 5 hours. I'm in everyone, bro. I be in there. I be hosting fucking clinics for these kids. I be having private workshops. Remember in Tony Hawk where you had like the abandoned warehouse? These little niggas be meeting me everywhere, bro.
You're so wild,
bro.
That'll be my last point on this before we wrap it up. Is USC is going to handle his $4.5 million buyout clause from his contract with Oklahoma. 8-year contract, as Zoe said.
Oh, I was right.
Yeah.
Oh, quality.
And this is the scary thing. The last thing I'm going to say is he's going to get the California kids, and he's going to do the Pete Carroll thing and start taking kids from Florida and Georgia, and he's going to just get the best players in the nation. And USC, I think, is going to be the best team within 3 years.
I'm not even going to lie. I listened to Matt Liner this week, and he said I think his first year, his true freshman year, they were 5 and 6. Said average attendance at the Coliseum when it only held 100,000 people was like 20,000. UCLA versus USC held 30,000 people. But Matt Leinart said this, that next year that Pete came in, they were 11-2. There was no gap. There was no like, you guys are saying 2 years, 3 years. I'm going to be honest with you. I think these niggas is back tomorrow. Like, because also I'll say this. The one thing USC has been doing the whole time that I feel like they have sucked has give us first round wide receivers. Now, have they been great in the pros? No, but somehow they all are sneaking out of the like. There's been like what 4 or 5 maybe.
Pittman was pretty
They got
good.
the number 1 receiver in the Pac-12 right
Pittman
now.
was pretty good.
Yeah, okay, but then you got
St. Brown.
What's my man who got
wasn't first round.
my man who's on the he played for the Jags. Who got Nelson Aguilar won. My man who played for the Jags, he got suspended in Marquise Lee. Marquise Lee was a dog in college. He's
You're talking about all USC?
He was a
No,
receiver.
like, I'm saying since Pete Carroll left, like no matter how bad they've been, they have
Juju.
Nelson Aguilar. No, I'm saying like no matter how bad they are in the pros, in college, the USC wide receivers are good. With that being said, episode 2 of season 2 on December 2, and shout out to you, Travis. Happy birthday to my man's. It's a real nigga's birthday. You know, and with that being said,